Hey guys, Max here from maxfan.com. So in this video, I want to share with you guys 4 powerful tools that you can use right now today in order to master your emotional state. And so why is this important? Well, the emotions we experience at any moment in time not only determine how we feel, but also how we think, how we act, how we treat other people, how we approach adversity, right? Whether we give up or we keep going. And so in my own life, mastering my emotions every single morning before I even ate breakfast, before I get to work, before I do anything else, has been one of the most powerful things I've ever learned. Why? Because first of all, it makes me feel amazing, and secondly, it allows me to do much better work at anything I do. Everything I do is much better because I'm in a state of energy and drive and aliveness. I mean, just think about your own life, when you're passionate, when you're excited and determined, when you feel confident, joyous, loving, you're gonna act much differently than when you're in a sad or frustrated or pissed off state, right? And so the first key I want to share with you guys is clarity. Why? Because we as human beings, we have this built-in negativity bias inside of our brains, which means that we automatically focus on what's negative in any situation. We always focus on the danger, on the problem, on whatever is wrong in the world, right? And so if you leave your growth, if you leave your happiness, if you leave your energy and excitement and emotions you feel every day up to randomness, you're going to get nothing but negativity, because that's what your brain is designed for. It's designed for survival and to protect you from negative things. And so that's what it focuses on. And so what you need to do is get clear and intentional about how you want to feel each day, how you want to experience life, right? The emotions that you want to feel. So every morning when I wake up, I remind myself, I want to feel alive. I want to feel excited, passionate, determined, happy, excited, all of these things, right? And I remind myself of that every single morning. And that's the first key to actually being happy and living a better life, is getting clear on, this is how I want to feel, right? So that's the first key. Second one is this, affirmations, right? Once you know how you want to feel, you need to affirm it to yourself over and over again, all throughout the day, right? You repeat to yourself, I'm alive, I'm excited, I'm passionate, right? I'm confident, whatever it is, right? You repeat that to yourself over and over and over again, right? And you do this first thing in the morning, maybe for a few minutes, until you're into state, right? Like an athlete gets into peak state, Football players, for example, they get into this peak state, right? You can see the energy, the vibrancy, the aliveness in them right before they walk out on the field, right? And that's what you need to do every single morning. You need to get this excitement for your life again, right? That's the first key. And then throughout the day, chances are that you're gonna, go back to your unconscious negative patterns, right? You're gonna be back to reacting to the environment, to, negativity and frustrations coming in. And so all throughout the day, you need these triggers that remind you of, this is how I want to feel, right? So, you can put an alarm on your phone, so every hour or two goes off and says, I want to feel alive, I want to feel excited, be passionate, whatever it is, right? Or you can simply, write sticky notes on your laptop so that every time you open it, or, on your door, so every time you walk through the door, you're reminded of, this is the kind of person I want to be, this is how I want to feel, right? So that's the second piece. Using affirmations and reminding yourself all throughout the day, this is how I want to feel, right? Third piece is moving your body, right? So just the other day I talked about the importance of exercise, for brain functions even, right? You release dopamine, the motivational hormone, serotonin, which is responsible for your happiness. You also release BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, for faster learning and building better connections, being more creative, being more productive at work. But even outside of that, there's this feedback loop between your brain and your body. And so not only does how you think impact how you stand, right? And I mean how you use your facial muscles. When you look at another person, you can always see how they feel just by, how they're standing, right? But there's also a reverse feedback loop from your body to your brain, right? And so how you stand, the facial expression that you use, impacts how you feel, right? And it's a fascinating concept. And so, getting up in the morning and, getting into a peak physical state, standing up tall, putting a smile in your face, using your arms very widely, right? As if you're super incredibly confident. Just by doing that, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more energetic and excited and happy, right? And so using your body in those ways, there's been this incredible TED Talk by Amy Cuddy on power posing, right? So before an interview or before a presentation, make yourself as tall as possible, as wide and open as possible, because that signals confidence not only to other people, but also to yourself, to your own brain. And so getting moving, using your body in new ways and more energetic and excited ways is the third key I want to share with you guys. Now, the fourth one is questions. Questions are powerful because whenever we ask our brain a question, it's automatically going to come up with an answer, even if it has to make one up, right? And so, the questions most people ask themselves is, why am I not good enough, not smart enough, not beautiful enough? Why do I always fail at this? Why am I, never good enough at this? Why do I always give up on this, right? Why am I just, not capable of doing this? And so when you ask yourself those kind of questions, your brain is going to come up with an answer, and it's not going to be good for your life. And so what you can do instead is, create a routine in the morning where you ask yourself questions like, what am I grateful for? What am I excited about? What am I going to accomplish today? How am I going to get closer to my ultimate vision? What are the people that I'm going to impact today? How do I want to feel? What am I really excited about? Like, what am I happy about in my life? And so asking yourself those questions every morning is gonna create a much different life than if you ask, what's for breakfast today, right? And so those 4 keys here: number 1, getting clarity; number 2, using affirmations to constantly affirm, this is how I want to feel, this is how I want to experience life; number 3, getting your body moving, right? Moving in new ways, moving in more energetic and excited ways, whether it's just standing somewhere, or, putting a smile on your face, right? Number 4, asking empowering questions that are going to help you focus on the right things in your life are so powerful, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the subscribe button below to get more videos like this on mental mastery, what it takes to live an epic life. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.